They definitely jump started though too, even from the beginning. They're like, "Oh, we're about to go on the victories tour," and they had a bit more time before they even went that way. In the book.
But it wasn't that important.
Yeah, I mean, I agree on that, but it gave a little bit of a backstory of how things had been, I guess, up until that time. But I get why they jump started before then, because it wasn't necessarily important to let them know about, I guess in a way it would have explained like why Cinna was willing to do so much for Katniss though.
Yes and no. I mean, it was established from the first movie that he's betting on her.
Yeah.
Like he chose District 12 as his district to be the dresser or whatever they're called.
The stylist.
There we go. I was like, I don't remember the word. So there were a lot of times where you saw it. A lot of it, yes, maybe it doesn't show it as well in the movie, that he's like really on her side and he's willing to help her. But what I do like on the flip side is that it's because he cares about the revolution.
Yeah.
And as horrible as that is to kind of corrupt that relationship, in the movie, to me, the perspective is more that as soon as she did what she did, he wanted to help her because he found someone he empathized with. Someone he was like, you know what? I'm a really good stylist. I know I can make this chick unforgettable, and that's how I can help her.
Yeah.
Like, she caught my eye. I'm going to help her as much as I can. But her winning and the way that she won, it was like, oh, she did something I didn't even...
Like, they don't even mention, like, people are supposed to... Victors are supposed to have talents or whatever.
Hobbies.
Yeah. Like, special talents, and they try and look, and Cinna ends up saying, I'll show you fashion, and, like, ends up doing all the work for her.
Well, no, so the whole idea behind it, and the book explains it, where they have literally nothing to do because they are so rich and so loaded that their talent, or really their hobby, is whatever they are now doing because they no longer need for anything.
Yeah. Was that
so and Katniss says hers is hunting, but she isn't stupid enough, or she didn't want to throw that in the Capitol's face because it is very illegal. So they had to come up with something. And then I do like that in the book she mentions that Prim is good at like everything.
Yeah, everything from the considered list that Effie sends them. She's like, she picked up on everything, and I didn't.
Which I have mixed feelings about, and for her not to pick up anything. Like, I guess they wanted to keep her like as a hunting thing to like show how impressive she is for this book, because she basically got an upgrade in like.
Yes, she was just more of not her showing her sister was more feminine, and she was just more of the tomboy, I guess, type.
Well, that being said, I mean, I have mixed feelings about that because I would consider myself very tomboyish, but I can freaking crochet a dress if I need to, like, so it doesn't really affect your femininity. And so, like, to me, personally, it made me feel like she was very incompetent in the book, and it actually separated me from her a little bit. I was like, you didn't even pick up journaling or writing or anything? Because you know what would have been really good? Is that she would have picked up journaling, like writing everything down. Because of how the third book ends, it would make sense that she picked up journaling as her like extended hobby.
Yeah.
Even then, like, just, you know, like poems, I don't care, like just do something.
Yeah, that would have made sense.
But the only reason that they didn't do that is because Peeta's the one that's supposed to have the way with words and not her.
Yeah, that's true, because he's the one that's supposed to captivate everyone. And she was more or less supposed to be a symbol.
Yeah, I mean, she was the action, she was the doer.
Yeah.
He was the, like, inspiration and stuff like that. I don't know. It's like this weird
The talker.
Yes. The swindler, the one that like makes you think.
The silver tongue.
Yeah. So it does, like, it did bug me that like she didn't pick up any trait like whatsoever. I was like, really? Wow. How incompetent are you? Because you're really good at hunting. You're really good at, like, you know, catching your prey. I have no idea, like darts or something. Like, come on, like pick up something. Or swim.
Chess. Maybe. I mean, you're smart. Come on now.
Yeah, chess would have been good. Or checkers if we want to, like, not make her ass smart, I guess. I don't know. It, like, frustrated me. But at the same time, I know that they did the whole, like, oh, I said I would do dresses because it gave her and Cinna a reason to become friends. And again, in the book, it's more like he's helping her out of his own friendship rather than he cares about the rebellion.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like he does care about the rebellion way more than he cares about his friendship with Katniss.
Yeah, that's what I think it more or less showed more in the films.
Well, no, even in the book, just the amount of, like, detail that he does for her, just to me has always screamed that he cares more. Like, even the conversations that they have in the book rather than they have in the movie, he's, like, hinting, he's, like, probing, he's trying to mentor her into becoming a rebel. Like, every time they talk, I felt like there was a double meaning between everything. So, like, that's why personally I wish she would have gotten a habit or a hobby, something. Even if it was music, she can sing.
Oh, that's true. Oh, well, she said she didn't want to sing in front of other people.
Well, yeah, but like play musically, I don't know. It's just like when you're literally forced to come up with a talent for your life, you mean to tell me you're not going to come up with anything? You mean you're going to rely on somebody else to lie for you to survive?